Time for another board game review, and this time we have the game Brain Fart. This was sent to me by PlayMonster, and I don't know who the designer is. Think fast and shout out your answer because silence is deadly. It kind of just tells you how to play on the back, so let me just show you how to play. So in Brain Fart, you roll these cubes onto the play area. They're very big, and then you press the top of the brain. Okay, so we got the letter D. So each player is going to take a turn naming something that starts with a D that fits it. So it could be like, David Bowie. And the next person goes, okay, a dinosaur model. Okay, and then so on and so forth. Reasons to give gifts. Doing the right thing. Places to shop. See, this is hard to do on the spot. Apps, DoorDash, body parts, your, well, anyway, whoever's turn that was theoretically, that's when the brain fart sound happens, and if you are that person, you gotta take a chip. Timer is random. It can start at any time between 30 and 45 seconds. If all of the cubes get grabbed before time is up, the last player to grab a cube gets to give one of their chips to any player they choose. And then that player gets to start the next round. And then otherwise, you just roll the cubes again. And press it. Okay, this time I. And that's pretty much it. Once the chip pile is gone, count the chips you have. Whoever has the least amount wins. If there's a tie, the players who tied play another round to determine the winner. Yep, that's the game. So this one wasn't bad. It has like kind of like a 5-second rule kind of feel, you know, trying to name stuff as fast as you can with the timer ticking. That core mechanic is always going to be fun. So that is fun, but I think with this game, there's definitely a lot of repetition that could come up because of the cubes. Normally, these kinds of games have, you know, a giant stack of categories one by one. This game only gives you dice with categories on them, and since you roll them, oftentimes you will see the same categories pop up over and over again. Now, one concept in this game I do like is because you're all taking turns, you can sort of plan ahead and think of answers for multiple dice and, you know, grab the one you need as quickly as you can. But I still think that could have been accomplished with a deck of cards with categories, because then you could just deal them out, like however many, there's what, 8 of them, you know, put like 8 cards out, all different ones, and then you can still do, okay, I grab this card, I grab that card. Kind of like a missed opportunity. It is funny though that instead of getting points in this, you punish the person who brain farts and thinks of it last. That's fun. If you're someone who has a lot of trouble with these types of games, like because of the pressure or whatever, and you brain fart a lot, then you might not enjoy this game as much, but I thought it was fun. Overall, it's not a bad game. You know, the brain itself is, you know, it's silly, and I appreciate the novelty of it, but I do think it lacks longevity with its categories that other games of this type don't have that problem. So I would recommend probably like a 5-second rule instead, but I do like that this one is more about punching the person who brain farts and that kind of thing. It's a little different. I just wish there were more categories.